nobody, when I tell you there's something nobody talks about having to get baptized on your period. Nobody talks about it. I don't know. I feel like everybody has their story, everybody has their testimony, and this is mine. I was baptized when I was like 14, and also some life-changing commitments that happened to me while I was 14 was my period. I got my period that year too. I was just on a high. I felt like I was becoming a woman. And I was like, you know what? Let's get baptized. No, I actually wanted to get baptized because I did feel like I was ready. I was ready.
Although I didn't know what all of that would involve and counter now. What's the word? Entail?
I did know I wanted to be a Christian. I got my period. I was on my period the week of the baptisms, and I felt the need to get baptized then and there because they, like, I don't know if, like, I think this is actually pretty normal, but like churches, my church, they were having like a baptism kind of opening. So like, if you want to get baptized, you can maybe get baptized like right now. And so the week of my baptism, we told him I want to get baptized. The pastor sits me down. He asked me all of these questions, and it's like so, like, it felt so intense. It felt so intense in the moment. Like, he was like, you know, do you believe that Jesus died on the cross and arose the third day in Gethsemane and
all this stuff? Like, it was very, like, I know he didn't rise in Gethsemane. Okay, I don't even know if Gethsemane's a real place, but I know it's like the Garden of God. But anyways.
And nobody, when I tell you there's something nobody talks about having to get baptized on your period. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. And I'm going to talk about it. And I remember, like, thinking to myself, if I get up there and I get baptized and the whole baptismal bath thing turns red, people are going to think I had genuine demons in me, and this is actually an exorcism. So I was absolutely terrified. So, like, and I was 14, I was using pads. And so I was like, I'm going to have to wear a pad in the water. Like, I can't. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can't go out there, you know, exposed like that. And so at the time I was using my mom's pads, and my mom was a pretty big woman. So So she only had like the biggest pads in the world. She only had like the hugest pads in the world. And I remember, like, they were huge. They were just huge. Getting baptized in these 30XL size pad, and I remember I had my pad on and I walked in the water, and immediately it expanded. I felt it take up space.
She's swelling up.
Fall in the water, plunge out the water, I walk out. It feels like I have a huge diaper on my butt. The pad expanded like 3 times the size of our county. It was huge. It was a huge pad. I can't even like explain to you. It was like those long pads, those grandma pads, and like it was like this thick. I'm not even joking. It was one of those pads that was like 3 times the width, 3 times the length. It was huge, and I remember, like, I didn't know what to do because I was 14. So I took my pad off, and there wasn't even blood on my pad. I wasn't even bleeding that heavily. So I put it in a plastic bag, and I put it on the coat racks that were behind this wall. And the service was still, there still was a huge service after the baptisms. And so after the service, I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about that bag. And like a week later, my teacher comes in and she's like, "Is this yours?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot." And I remember all in my head was like, "Oh my gosh, I hope she didn't see that freaking mattress of a pad in there." Like, I hope she didn't see the
ginormous, wet, expanded pad in there.
And I unwrapped the clothes and it was still well wrapped. So I don't know if she saw it, but to this day I don't know if she did or not. So yeah, like, can we start talking about having your period while getting baptized?